Welcome to another episode of NoWrongConvos. We're here again to entertain you guys, to talk about a couple of things as much as we can. We have a very interesting conversation today. And this is about the youths and even the adults. Above 40. I think a lot of them actually do this.
Where do you fall?
Okay, will you shut up? Anyway, so I'm going to introduce my guys again.
I want to say no go introduce us this time. When I could just continue to the talk, I was just watching and waiting. So I could just introduce myself. Hey,
Mega. Oh yeah, now. Okay, to my power, right?
I don't tire.
That's Bond. OG Strings.
Yes, daddy.
Please, please.
You know what yourself.
Is that okay? And AKA Big Engine.
What's happening, guys? What's going on, man?
Of course.
I want to talk something before we get into this topic.
Yeah.
So I wasn't here last episode, and I see say the trend of trousers are continuing.
In other words, your pants is giving.
It's giving.
I don't
It's giving.
I say plenty. Don't worry.
Windeck,
I'm surprised with a couple more yet.
So today's topic is the Japa Syndrome. So for me, Japa means, is it a Yoruba word? That means the idea
Run.
of this does not mean run.
It
Okay,
means-
it means run. It means
Japa
like,
means run now.
like feed.
Feed, run.
Like,
Piante.
like,
You understand?
like peel out.
Mm-hmm.
So, but in this context, it means leaving your home, right? Or your birth country to another country for greener pastures. Am I correct?
I think it's foreigners. It's foreigners that actually need this definition right
Oh,
now.
yeah,
Because
you're Japa for
All of us know where
Everybody
Japa
in
be.
Naija-
Baba, I don't know.
Japa, you're still in
I
Nigeria.
I try to
From
figure out.
village to
Person wey
city.
Japa from Ilorin
No.
come Lagos.
No,
Japa no ni o.
That's Japa.
Na local Japa.
Japa o.
Local.
Move.
We don't do that one. So basically, we're here to dissect the pros and the cons of that term. If who you favor, why you favor, and the disadvantage, the advantage, the economy, to the country, to your friend, to your next door neighbor. So we just want to talk about it.
My neighbor don't Japa o.
right? Are you serious?
I
Yes,
said this
man.
guy who does this. It's not Japa, sir. But continue.
Who can get the house?
Who the guy? Now you get the house now, but don't go. You don't rent.
Who the
somebody.
Jackpot League family you talk about?
Oh boy, I don't hear this. NLNG,
Hey,
Shell staffs resign, move.
No, that one, that village they do. You don't go there the island energy for Bonnie. That one you go Jackpot go there. If you go, you see they sack you
place
from that
sharp.
place. Hey, if they sack you from that place,
he's sharp.
you guys, you don't be Nigeria then do.
You don't go feel soft. If you guys get
swear.
one, if you don't live there, you guys get
Okay,
one.
Guy.
so,
Anyway.
let me ask Shodee. If you had an opportunity now, I know you're in the entertainment industry, right? Would you want to leave Nigeria?
I just got back.
And by the way, Shodee just did a tour of 4 cities.
You get
right?
me.
4 countries. I'm sorry, 4 countries, and it came back.
We all live vicariously through him.
So let me ask you. Would you? As God. Okay,
Oh my God.
Would you want to jackpot? I know you've lived in the UK for a bit.
Alain, let me answer the question now.
Let me finish now. I'm not gonna talk finish.
You can't answer the question for
you
him.
talk.
So for me,
Go
right?
first.
So for me personally, I wouldn't, right? Because I'd rather be a big fish, right? I'd rather be a shark in a pond than be like a tilapia in the ocean. I don't know if that makes any sense,
Makes
right?
sense, makes sense.
Because my industry,
And you're a very
pretty
big
much-
fish, big.
You understand?
As
Come
in,
on.
Yes,
Your
that-
catfish could large obokun.
Come on, that's body shaming. Don't do that.
Hey. Wow, wow.
Because him be big obokun.
That's
You don't ever go price big obokun. Look at this guy. He cheap.
Feminine, feminist. No,
Yeah, so I mean, as I was
Feminist.
saying,
feminist.
so as I was saying,
sorry,
because
sorry.
as an
Sorry,
entertainer,
sorry.
right, or as a lounge owner or promoter or what have you, right? It's things that you build over time. It's not like working in a bank where you can just leave a bank here, go and work in Bank of America, or go and work, in Toronto Bank, or if there's anything like Toronto Bank or whatever, right? You basically have to build from scratch all over again, build that social currency, that social capital, and all of that. So there's some people that, yes, it will favor, like people who have like white collar jobs, blue collar jobs. Do you understand what I'm saying? But for people who are entrepreneurs, who are like pretty much hustlers, and stuff like that, it's going to be quite hard because you're used to a certain system of how things work, right? Yeah. Then you now go somewhere and they now tell you, your tax credit or your ratings and all of that, like, will it end? So
you will know the pay taxes.
So like there's a lot of things that you have to look at, right? So for me personally, I would say no.
You say no? Okay,
Naija the way.
To me, I mean different though. But anything that'll make me jackpot right now
is marriage.
See, you sound like one of those aunties.
Are you a sadist? What's the problem?
I just okay, please answer that.
This guy, imagine things more from that.
No verse,
anyway,
no verse. Take consult.
So for me, I mean different in the sense that I can jackpot, right? But it's also not my cup of tea. But anything that make me jackpot right now is if maybe I get a job, do you understand? And I have to relocate because of the job she gets. So and obviously the offer has to be good and all that. But besides, I'm not ready to go through all that.
Can you jackpot for love? Let me extend to what you're saying.
That question I set up. Yes, I can jackpot for love.
So why does it jot the insult to Papa?
No, you talk marriage.
Why they insult me?
Marriage not different from love now.
Wait, person come up for one country, go another country for love. Not be for marriage.
No,
love where go end in marriage.
If you no be married now, why they sound like auntie?
This guy is sadist. Sadist.
Are you done?
Yes.
Okay. Bond.
So, personally, I mean, I'm with Shodee. I mean, I'm an entrepreneur. I mean, also in similar spaces, in entertainment and for me, one of the major things, and I've said this to my friends a lot when they always send me job offers, is the kind of job or the kind of salary I need to earn to live the kind of lifestyle I live here. It go plenty and they're abroad. It go plenty. I get to do a lot of things. I get to do things like this. I get to, have meetings in every place. I get to travel. What my lifestyle now. I feel get up tomorrow now, say I won't go Elisha. Okay, actually tomorrow is public holiday, but you get what I'm saying. I feel just get up and say, fuck it, I want to go somewhere. And I can, but I might not be able to do that there. And to me, that's very important for me. That it's more than just money.
So
it's more than just, it's just, the things that make me me.
Freedom.
Yeah.
Your freedom.
So that's why. But however, I see, the jackpot thing, you say it has pros and cons.
Yes.
Certain people that have found a way. I know I have a friend of mine that's very similar to me. The guy never had a structured job, in Nigeria and everything. Mm-hmm. And he's found a way to make that happen in Canada. He works by himself, so he see this booking boo for outside, this kind of thing. So, it's found a way to work it out. And I know that some people are able to balance it and do it right. But for most, right, it's just anywhere is better than here.
Yeah.
And to me, it's that mentality that I think we need to change. That mentality that people need to be educated about.
Thank you so much.
But anyway, it's better than here now to a certain degree.
No.
When you have bar, Lagos is the best place to be.
Yes,
now. You know everything now.
Do you know when I ask
you need to have money now?
But most places you need to have money now.
Forget it.
See, most places you need to have money. Honestly, see, to a poor man, and this is what I'm trying to tell somebody, right? I lived in England for a while, right? And there's a period in my time there where I was squatting in a guy's place in a what do you call this place? In an attic. right? And with a lot of people there were undocumented and blah, 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 blah. And I realized that, bruh, to be poor in England, now suffer.
Bad idea.
Like, to be put that kind of poor. You know how it is where here it's nothing in your pocket. But if you call your guy or if you call your mom or if you call somebody that might just give you something.
Yeah.
In England,
You're on your own, no?
bruh.
Yeah, screw.
So the truth is,
earning.
anywhere in the world, you have to be earning. So most of these people that are going are hoping to earn good, right? But if you don't manage to earn good, nigga, it's worse than, or it's as bad as anywhere else.
And the thing is, they won't want to come
Poverty
back
is shit
they don't want to
anywhere in
come
the
back
world.
because not falling hand.
And that's why I try telling people
like-
that it's one of the things is if you live here, good, right? Or okay, right? What you as natural human beings is expecting is that you would be okay, at least there. But there's nothing as fucked as you don't realize that you're not okay there. Right? Now that's the worst part. Now I tell a lot of people, if you're going to Japa, man, really get your qualifications right. You know what it is you're going to do, plan, have money to
Like,
stay in a certain
to take care of yourself for a
neighborhood.
bit.
You know, because the truth is free education day,
Yeah.
right? But if
Maybe
you're
for
in the
everybody,
no, it's free. But if you're in the ghetto side of shit, you're going to ghetto school.
Yeah.
Now, imagine say you're living in Lagos and you are going to school in maybe say Mushin or you know somewhere like that inside a free school inside that place. You know, go make sense.
Yeah.
You know,
Okay, so pretty much now we know what Japa is, right? And we've realized that over the years the trend, right, it keeps growing year by year. I don't know the exact numbers,
It's
but
ridiculous.
I know that the number of people who have jackpot between last year and this year has pretty much, grown, crazy numbers, right? So why are people living? And it's not just, okay, people who are, because it was a case then, I remember like back in the day, it was a case of, oh, you just finished uni, you're young, you're 20, 21, you're like, okay, let me go and stay abroad and everything. But now you're seeing people who are in their late 30s, their 40s, families, with like a kid or two kids, right? And they're basically uprooting their entire families and
Leaving.
pretty much leaving their country,
Yes,
right?
yes.
So why do you guys think that is happening?
Okay, I'll answer that. So, for that reason, I believe it's just for the kids.
No, so kids no day before.
Is no. When you say he said something, he said 38, close to 40, and they have kids. Now, for that reason, if you are that old or that young,
If you're
that young, if you're of that age, you have kids or maybe 2 kids or 3 kids, you expect that. You grew up in Nigeria and you know that somehow, I won't say the government has failed us. I would say that the weather condition in Aso Rock has failed us. And
You know what
hold on, and we have felt it as 38.
you know what I want to
39-year-olds,
contradict?
right?
I want to contradict you in one way, right? And I believe that it's not that. I think Nigerians have always had a belief that foreign lands are better. I
Period.
just think right now, right, it's never been as easy.
I'll say
As
something.
it is
Sorry.
to Japan.
So
Some
you
countries
think me? If, for example, I want to go and live in a country that is -15, -20, you don't see the weather for Naija.
No, let me explain what I mean by that. So this is
No,
why
sorry. I know one go there. Now, if the government in Nigeria, they do everything, where the government for Canada,
Sexually,
or the
what I'm
government for
trying to
Yankee,
explain-
you just say people will come out.
God, I beg.
what I want to say is this: I'm trying to bring out like this that yes, but it's not as if we ever had good governments. Like the time when we had quote unquote good government or Nigeria better, right? Was our own parents were young, right? So all that shit was wrong. As in, do you get it? A lot of things have gone around that boat, and it's even gotten worse and even getting better. But what I'm trying to bring out for a very, very long time, since probably the 80s, right, when they locked the doors for us, right, it was really hard for people to jackpot. I remember when visa lottery was going on in the 90s,
Yeah.
right? bro, everybody tried that visa lottery. Everybody and their mother tried the visa lottery. So it's not as if people didn't want to go. It just didn't have the opportunity. Now, Jan is doing it that, bro, just because COVID don't hook them, they're out of EU, right? They need the workforce. I'm saying, bro, we are pay for uni and you can bring your whole goddamn family.
Yeah.
Of course, you're going to have a whole lot of people, Japa. Canada are giving this kind of lot of people. They have opened up. COVID has fucked them on other things and they're opening up their place. Not be Trump come close visa lottery. Now Biden wants to reopen it. So the truth about it is this: it's never been as easy. So it gives people the opportunity, right, to go. And the thing about it is, I mean, there's a saying, the grass is always green on the other side, right? And it always is always going to be green on the other side. One of the reasons probably all of us are saying this thing is because we have all been on the other side. Yeah. But if you were to bring people that have never been to the other side, right, I can bet you that their opinion will be very different from us.
Yeah. So the thing is this, for me, right, I just realized that a lot of people who are going, right, feel like their skill sets can get them a lot more. Their standard of living can be better abroad. Because I'll give you an example. Let's say someone who works as a banker, right? He's a banker, his wife is a banker, or his wife is a nurse, right? He probably earns 200K a month, right? His wife maybe earns maybe like 150K a month. Now, by the time you look at it, their house rent is maybe like 1.5 million. They have 2 kids, right? They have 2
that
kids.
Guy living above his means.
Do you understand? So school fees is maybe like 200K every 3 months, right? They're going to feed. They're going to pay for NEPA. He will buy a car. He will do this. He will do that. So it's a thing that I think most Nigerians are looking at it that, see, with the amount of work that we're putting in, the amount of money that is coming in is not making any sense. Also, Nigeria is happening to a lot of people. There's no light.
There's no light on us.
There's no light. School fees is skyrocketing. Hospital bills are ridiculous. Proper healthcare and everything. Because there's a saying that goes in Nigeria: you are one illness away from being broke.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
So a lot of people pretty much say, okay, you know what? I'm in my 30s or I'm in my late 20s. I'm about to approach 40. This is like the best time in my life where I can put in as much work as possible. Whereby, okay, you know what? If I go to this country and I do the same job that I'm doing, right? I can get more money and I'll be able to fend for myself and all of that. But my own problem is you see a lot of people living here, going abroad, and then they are doing menial jobs that they would never have done here.
See, let me put it this way, and this is the thing that people need to understand, is when Oyinboma opened the door, tell you Simona come, he want me you can't do the work way, he want me to do for him.
Yeah.
Do you get? There are openings. When you come, right, so you enter, right, there are only certain amount of these openings, of this standard of job, this certain amount of standard of job. The ones that they're looking for is at this level. So you now, the highest qualified, will be able to fit into those higher standard of jobs. The rest of Gbogboro will have to go to the menial or semi-menial to progress into the higher standard of jobs. So the thing is, and that's where their gap is. Right? Now, there's another thing I even want to even tell people that, or another side of this conversation, is the jackpot the other way around. Now, I live in a place, right, that has a lot of expatriates. And the increase, like once a flat goes free, you don't see them, can they come in? I don't want to be racist, but the jackpot the other way around, right, is ridiculous. People, Indians, Chinese, Lebanese are taking jobs that were held by Nigerians.
Yeah.
Yes.
But funny enough, it's also, like you said earlier on, it's a lot easier now. Well, it's also easier to get good jobs now.
What, abroad or here?
Decent abroad. Abroad. From here there. Do you understand? Because so it's one of the things a lot of people have used now, right now. So like almost everybody's a scrum master now. Do you understand? You know how we are now. Everybody's jumping on the same thing, but still, they're getting jobs. Bro. Yeah, sure you get. So they're actually getting jobs. So I won't say it's mostly the people that actually just plan well. Do you understand? Set themselves up before they go there.
No, but see, this is the thing.
Like,
we agree those ones, the people that plan well and set themselves up. Me, I even want us to even talk about, because people come in this other way. Because I'll give you an example. There's a Swedish guy I met in VI, and this guy came to Naija a couple of years ago. Like most people that come to Naija for the first time or not used to Naija, hated every single bit of it. He was not used to it. It was too noisy. Things wasn't going the way he wanted it. And slowly he filed in for transfer. And those ones said, "Oh no, you have to wait for somebody to come in." And he was very upset and made noise. So in that period while he was waiting for his transfer to come in, kind of met some Naija guys, starting to enjoy this country, So after next thing, his company comes and tells him, "Bruh, your transfer has come through." And he's like, no, don't worry, I want to give you some time. I said, "No.
too late.
We have already got this guy. This guy is on his way. Get out." So the guy packs his load, goes back to Sweden. He says he gets to Sweden and nothing is right. Like he's in Sweden now. He says it was so silent. It was noisy. Right? And he was also upset.
F with the guy, man.
The guy became like, he started becoming, depressed. The job wasn't suiting him, and they were asking him what's wrong with him, blah, blah, blah. And that's somebody now called him in Nigeria and said, "Bro, there's this opportunity in Nigeria. You want to come? But it's not going to pay you as much as that other one." No, but the guy said he didn't even wait for the conversation to finish before he took the job. And when he landed in Muritala Mohammed, he kissed the ground. The Nigerian people around him were looking at him like,
"We're in Shilili." You mad?
He's Swedish.
Can you
His
imagine?
wife is East African. So his wife came and said, "I don't like it." He said, "Come and be going. Go Sweden. Go. I'll be okay here." I said, we. So the thing about it is, it's about the personality, I think. That kind of person ended up owning a bar. He was in Takwabi every weekend. Do you get? He's thinking about it like, where am I going to do this thing in Sweden? Like, what is called? How many percent of this?
But that guy is in the top second. That guy obviously was around people that had, that at least doing well. The company he came into was obviously doing well. Because he gets some guys, like we said, I think episode 1 or so, when was billing now. Everybody has somebody that's out there healing him. Omo, Baba. Asgard. Me see. Me, Now, that guy, that you probably see him on the road every time. Yeah, maybe one of all these joints where you the park, you can see one guy where they beg you every time. Yeah. And you find out that guy, when you see, your perception is this guy is a beg, this guy always just a beg for one. There's somebody else here that bugs that guy the same way he bugs you. And the trail continues. Do you understand? So for a lot of people, it's still like there's no hope.
Yeah.
Do you understand? So in some cases, when they travel, right, at least they can work and earn, pay their rent. You know how it is over there. Yeah? How you earn is how you live. Don't worry. You cannot deceive yourself.
Yeah,
can I say something? Can I say something? For me, what is scary is the fact that it is not people who have no hope that
are able to go. Exactly.
It's crazy because the people that you say have no hope,
they won't bring them there.
Who they are looking up to, that are more now my benefactor be this so. Now those ones, the japa. Do you understand? Like, I know people who are like, who even earn like in millions here. Do you understand? Yeah. Who have built houses here, who have like proper cars and everything. Yes. Who you look at, this guy, they chill now and everything. And those are the guys that are moving. And I'm like,
your heart.
But you are comfortable here.
Yeah.
So
it shocks me. I won't lie to you.
The answer to that question really is those individuals and their environments. Do you understand? They are frustrated in their environment, their lifestyle. People.
I also think there's a lot of
no. That's if the person.
There's also a lot of peer pressure.
There's a lot from that point of view.
There's also a lot of peer pressure.
There's also school.
No, you're correct.
Masters, whatever it is.
I also think there's a lot of peer pressure. Because as it is now, I use one of the things. One of the reasons why I won't lie, maybe I'm still even here, is because my wife is supporting my lunacy of staying here, right? If my wife was not as strong as she is. No, if she was not strong as she is, and that's it, and like, all my friends are going, all your friends are going, let's go. I don't have a choice. And a lot of my friends I had know that have gone recently, have all gone because their wives say,
We must go.
we must go. Now, all those women are going because their friends are going. And they're this and they're going, why am I suffering in this place? Why am I this one? Let me go there. Right?
I know once they don't snap
let me go on
Instagram
this one.
picture.
Do you get? And
Filter,
so there's
go
a lot
sharp,
of
no?
peer pressure, especially with people that because the truth is, Oyinbo people or that side, they want people with value. Those are the people that are easy to go, right? You know, you have value, you can pay for whatever it is you're asking for. You can, you know, you have the qualifications, you have this thing, so they'll give you the quali easy. Everybody knows that. You, the guy giving you the quali, everybody knows that. So you have a situation where the baby's like, oh, my best friend has gone. It's like, I look at it now like, hey, there was one day, I think 2020, I'll be 20. Like, two of my best friends left a month between each other. Like, guy, that thing shook me. And they just told me, like, a month between each other, bro, I'm going home, man.
And they can hide it.
I swear.
Some of them,
This guy,
if they
he
make the
shook
call
me.
for plane, they go call you for plane. I don't know.
It's in Naija superstition now that I don't want to jinx it.
I swear, but that guy just go put jars on top of my piece.
Master for real, you know.
Let me surprise you. There's this friend of mine, young guy, maybe like 30, 36, thereabout. Now this guy gets filling station. Now filling station where get like 8 pumps where they sell well. The guy now hold down this and Lambert. He get money.
Saying holderness and
He
Lambert.
get money. No worry.
It took me a while to
Do you know what happened? They kidnapped him. As he come out, he said the filling station
Sell everything.
fade.
Piauun Street.
Now that is one guy with brains that we've lost.
Yes,
Yes,
no.
no.
But you know
You
one thing I tell
understand?
my
Now doctors, I was talking to an oncologist.
Yeah.
Now she said that presently in Nigeria,
Sorry. Please. Can you define oncologist?
I was talking to
doctor.
I was talking to an oncologist, and she said that in Nigeria at the moment, because of all this jackpot and all these things, there are about 15 oncologists in Nigeria now, and that thing shook me. That means this woman.
Population of 200 million.
Do you understand? This woman will go here, go here, go here.
Yes.
Go like different hospitals. Go. There's one person in Oyo that handles Oyo, Ondo, states.
Brother,
You call them
see,
specialists.
You understand? So now waiting they happen.
no, but I wait.
Imagine.
But let
The
me.
medical
But
industry
this
has always
but this
been one
is
of
the
the
thing.
greatest
But this
is fucked.
migrations
But this what I
from
also want to tell people, and I always say this thing, right? Yes, I agree with you. That's fucked. But do you remember a couple of years ago where we had a problem where doctors were coming out and with no jobs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
True.
And they remember they met the Minister of Health at the time, and the guy said, "Well, not all of you go join medicine. Some of you go bakery. Some of you go," and everybody abused him. But the Minister of Health at the time, but it's true now. I mean, I'm an architect that's not studying architecture, so I mean, it's not all of us that would do what it is that.
Yeah,
So that's what the Minister of Health said at the time. But the truth is, we're 200 million people, right? We have. Do you know how many tertiary institutions we have in this country? Now, barring ASU and their madness, right? Do you know, and of course, private universities don't have ASU. Do you know how many graduates come out every year? Right? And how many of those people are looking for jobs? So I keep even saying that sometimes even this jackpot thing, right? My wife, right, is she enjoyed from the Japa Syndrome. She was in the same job for 5 years, right? They were not promoting her high enough. You're not paying her. She wasn't being appreciated. Then next thing, bruh, she has been headhunted twice in the last how many years, right? For instance, right? And it's because most times the person in that job has gone.
Yes.
You know, and as she did now, there are still people going because the people, and there are not a lot of people that have the experience in that level. So as she did now, there are people going, Omo, you know, go like come this way. Do you get? So there's pros and cons for everything. I know one of my guys where 2 people ahead of him, Jackpot. The guy does get like triple promotion. Next thing, one deal just enter that same period. Bruh, this guy does hammer like like $250 million, $750 million, like that. So in like 6 months, I just saw my guy go from normal guy to yo. Do you get so? There's pros and cons for everything. It's true now. So the thing is, you just pray that your industry now.
I just remember you get one of my guy who just travel. The guy travel 1 week. Benin boy. We dey speak pidgin together. We're deep pidgin. He bush pass me, bush. He's a ras guy.
And then the person, is there somebody like that?
Man finish. The guy can't travel, go UK. Can't call me a week later. I said, bro, how far now? How that way now? He said, hey, bro. He said, hey, bro. As being said, as being said, wait, come again. It doesn't mean I don't like to the phone. I said, please come again. What you talk? He said, being said. I said, what be that?
Being said.
He said, where we lived.
Benin City.
Where we lived. Osakpolo. Say.
Say
you get mental disorder. He said, you don't forget who they talk to. He said, Femi.
Baba they work now, you know if you break character.
Nah, foreign
You
now.
work, you know if you break character.
I just remember.
Nah,
I have a friend.
foreign
We don't plan jackpot last year. Crazy babe, don't plan the jackpot. Don't already set everything up. Don't even give out our dogs everything. I swear. More 9 Macau, they just give an offer.
Straight up.
As in offer. The part of the offer, then carry and go Jan, go train them. Come back. I can't call and say, Auntie, I gotta postpone the jackpot now.
Okay, so I want to ask, right? What are the pros of jackpotting?
Basic amenities.
I think security.
Security
of
Security and stability.
Security, stability, the system
being
works,
able to plan, like you
So
said.
the system works.
Yeah.
Well,
So if you work, you see your money.
it's not even the system works.
They go.
So
They
the
see
thing
everything.
exactly. So the thing about it is planning. So one of the things about there is here now. Like we just said this thing. This guy traveled hammer in 6 months, right? Or you do this one in this.
That can never happen over there.
It does not happen there.
Make I just see money for flock, bam.
But it's just stable. You get it's stable, but that stability is a pro as well. You get you're not because here now you can have great highs. Also means you can have incredible lows. There you don't have that. It's basically it's not that. So I think, and that for a lot of people, that simple life, it's far. Let me just know where I'm putting my money. Let me just know where they come. I know this how much of my side. I'm paying this one to this one. I'm paying this one to this one. I come home and I sit by this one. I'm just.
If I come like twice, once in 2 years, I go ball 1 million. If I ball 1 million, I go back.
But I burn my face. I come back like this. I go red. Go the walk the thing again.
Nobody cares.
So and then another thing, right, that I hear people say is that they want to give their kids a fighting chance. So by fighting chance, because us growing up, and traveling to other countries, it is so difficult, especially when you have a green passport, say, you want to visit other countries and how, they treat Nigerians, at different airports and everything. Like, I faced it for years, so I understand it, right? So people say, they want to give their kids a fighting chance. They want them to be able to be exposed, have access to a lot of things. Because, the world is, more and more becoming like a global village, in terms of connectivity to the internet, AI, and all those type of things. So I understand why a lot of people say, you know what, let's go around. I would like to have my kid have, dual citizenship, have a Yankee passport, have a Canadian passport. If he just wake up tomorrow and say, I want to go to France, I want to go to this.
So that to me is a very important point. Especially the passport one, it's really important because of how fucked up passports are and shit like that. However, education wise, right, which is the thing, right, education wise, and their education system is going down the drain. Now the only place you can get good education, because you have this thing, you have the postcode lottery, right, which is basically based on where you are staying is where you can get good schools. But the good schools are around rich people's area. Rich people's area means expensive rents, means expensive lifestyle. So really, the only way you can get good free schools is being rich. Meanwhile, most of the rich people, the best schools in England are paid schools.
Yeah.
Right?
Private.
Most of the people that get the good jobs, right? When I went to uni, right? Most of the people in uni, we mean architecture, were from paid schools. Right? Very, very few from free schools entered architecture. And it made me realize that, look, quite crunchy, when all these people are rushing to carry us, picking to free schools, it might, exactly, right? If you go to a free school in Peckham, right, where 20% of the people are graduating to go to university, 30%, right? I met one girl that said, I don't know anybody that's gone to university. So the truth about it is, I swear, because really, why? They go to college, do this thing. They're okay in a certain level. You understand? Why don't I want to go and collect student loan? I go and do college. They give me this one. They give me one thing. I go and born one picking. They give me council flats. Like, do you get? I'm on the system. I'm good. And then the truth is, their system doesn't push excelling in free schools. So there's no first, there's no second, there's no guinea corn. Everybody just do. If you like, do. If you like, no come class. If you like, no pass. There's no exactly. So you are in that situation where there's no reason why I need to be.
Okay, so I understand. I was talking to a friend of mine. We went to school together in Naija. So she left, and she's probably watching. She left Naija, and hey, hi. She left Naija and
Why
went
you
to the
blush?
UK, did a master's. Then she got a job with a company, with a car company. Now our boss, secondary school certificates. Now he gets.
Yes, sir.
Now he gets. Now
For that side,
For
sure.
that side. Now boss. Now apparently she said what they value is years of experience.
Yeah.
More than all these certificates, all these. So if immediately this guy now don't come up he's 16 years old or 17, don't come out high school. He just straight enter work as maybe receptionist or something, and the person now grew through the ranks. Before internship or apprenticeship, before you go uni, you don't do how many years? 5 years, for example. You do 5 years, you come outside, you begin find work. Him don't get 6 years experience.
Yeah, but the truth is, but this is the thing about it is, for those two guys now, and this is the thing about Jan, which is good. If you actually go to uni and go to uni, good uni, right, and you're entering that same company, you're not going to be struggling with that guy. Your career path is different from that guy. So it's good like that, right? The only problem is does your child, and it's one of my dad's friends, and it always makes me laugh. When I was coming to England, I know he's not watching this, so fuck it. When I was coming to England, right, I swear, when I was coming to England, right, he was telling my dad, why is he wasting his money? Like, if you stay in Naija, this boy doesn't have sense. It was, you get, which school? Which school am I going to? I told him, he said, it's not one of the big schools. I just look this guy, say, why this guy did downgrade guys like this? Bruh, he has only one son, right? That's how, they carry this son, they carry, I don't care, he can't reach uni. Son said, I'm not going to uni. This man went mad. This man went mad. This is one of those people that was, UI first class, all those kind of guys. He's now in England, he's now doing well. You get paid for his, everything. I said, I'm not going. Because the truth is, most of his friends weren't. So there wasn't that motivation, right? So the truth about it is, if you look at the class of the people that go to uni, that become House of Reps, or Senate, there is certain caliber of guys. And they go to Eton, they go to and those are the ones and those ones, most of the guys are going to uni, most of the guys are going to or bigger things. So I think it's a bait in which they do us. If you are doing for your kids, it's best that that the schools that you're taking them to, making sure they're taking them to schools with value, schools that push, grammar schools. If you can't afford to take them to paid schools, make sure you go to grammar school. Those things are important.
You know the funny thing, right? Sorry, let me come in there. The funny thing, I kind of feel like our education here in Nigeria is better than the
It's much
education
better.
abroad.
It's much
and I'll
better.
explain why. So for kids, like when you give birth here, like from like age 1.5 or like 2, they're already in kindergarten, nursery school, and everything. In Jan, they don't start school until they're 5.
Yeah, 5, 6.
Like there's nothing like there's nothing like that. Stay at home and be watching Cocomelon.
Yes, sir.
Pretty much, right? So we develop faster over here because you have a 3-year-old who's already reciting ABC 1, 2, 3, and all of that, right? Also private schools and all of that. But when you get to like your universities and all of that, because there's a lot more exposure, there's a lot more, you have access to more things over there. And I think that's why when Nigerians go over there, we excel because of the hard way we have been drilled over here. There as citizens, they literally pay you to go to school.
Yeah. I keep telling people that you see those citizens, those children that you say, oh, they have gotten excelled in so. Excelled. Look at each one of them. Very few of them are born in England or born abroad. A lot of them have some sort of foundational schooling here. Right? So we are very quick to throwing away our educational system is shit. We're very quick. And I keep telling people that, have you seen... Okay, now videos come. Have you seen the way people talk to teachers in England? Have you seen the things that are like, what?
Okay. So
if you know it's they don't teach
another problem
now, for school.
Another problem. This is what give I want to talk now. They fear most of us. Most of us will be parents, right? Now, you go uproot your picking for here where you train say you are a boy. You are a boy. I gave birth to you. You are a boy. There's something dangling, somewhere.
Dad, I'm non-binary. What are you talking about?
Between your
Dad, I say I'm non-binary.
Then you come
My
out for
pronouns are...
Naija. Now carry your picking with your money. You sell your house, sell your car, sell all your property. Sell all your property. Then you can't go Giant or you go Canada or Yankee. Then years down the line, your son go come say, Daddy, I want fisher them.
Fisher them? Say, I say that you're fisher them.
Say fisher them.
Fisher them. It's not fisherman.
I am they.
It's non-binary now.
Don't address me. I'm
non-binary. I'm not man. I'm not woman.
Okay, so I get really confused about this.
Dad, my name's no longer David. My name's Helen now.
Davina.
Make I ask one question. What will you do if your son tells you he's fruity?
Which fruits? Mango. Like, say you like mango. Say you like mango. You like...
He said that which fruit?
Say you like bobozi.
That he likes dick. That is gay.
Femi, if you enter ground.
Okay, see. There's one thing
we enter inside ground.
Let me say one thing. I get one kind of experience. I get one thing where they always bother me. Where they like I be like, what's that guy where they Doctor Strange? What if, say, I always ask myself, what if? If it happened like this, what would I do? What would I say? So I decided that the only solution I have, because if this boy comes to meet me and says, Daddy, I'm gay, I will sit him down. I say, I don't have a problem. I really do not have a problem. You see, the only problem I will have with you is this. Very simple. You see the way we are to born you. Just born. Once you born, you can go. Just born.
Replace you.
Just born. I don't have a problem with it. I swear to God.
It's true now.
And you can come and visit me. I still love you, obviously. Right? You can come, but just, it is important. See, they talk say go adopt. Say, you one sperm from one man, one sperm from another man. I don't know who get the sperm. Come put her inside ovu. Ogbeni, I beg. Say, all I need, I'll call babe. When I lock 12 in the inside room. Maybe when I blow. Maybe Bele come. Then you cannot go.
No, but it's technology now. He doesn't need
to
blow.
Bros.
No, I'm dense. Don't worry, I'm very dumb.
No, daddy.
But
Don't worry.
Daddy wants the natural.
Don't worry.
Are you going to film
For
this?
my sake, film with you. Are you a poster? Film what?
To prove that, you know.
No, see, listen, that's the point. The thing is, we need to just...
See, we are
work
deviating
on
from
our-
the topic.
I know. No, this is still jackpot.
It is because you're going to experience it there.
Because you're going to experience it. Okay,
Yeah,
so
true.
I know a lot of friends that they don't feel call me and they'll say, guy, this place is cool. All they will say, guy, this place makes sense, man. Come now, man. I say, I go look weather forecast. -19. Hey, Mrs. Saga.
That cool.
You get some words that why not be pronounced. Some kind of place for that Canada. You could also be
Saskatchewan, I mean.
Saskatchewan. Something like that.
You will go visit them, they don't go get time for you.
Like, they won't have time for you now.
Of course,
Nobody
now,
will
they gotta
get time.
grind.
We'll get time for you.
You have to
Yeah,
go to
work
work.
you.
You have to.
So let's quickly go.
The
Let's
system
go.
is
Let's go.
completely
Let's go into the.
But
Let's go into the
Let me
cons.
ask you too. That question what you ask me. because the daughter will fire you. If your daughter now come now talk say daddy, I want to be now I'm a drag queen. Oh I'm
I should go do
Trans
surgery.
I'm a trans man. What you go do?
He go pay me gone.
And
He go pay me gone. But there's nothing I can do about it.
and
There's nothing I can do about it. But I'll just bail. He go pay me gone. So which is why, I mean, as they're growing up now, I try to be like, yo, you are a boy. This is what you're supposed to be doing. You are a girl. This is what you're. But at the end of the day,
They go
it's
talk
still
say
their
that
life.
conditioning they do.
Do you understand?
So you are grooming.
No, but the same. No, but it's the same way. No, but it's the same way the teachers abroad. The same way the teachers abroad are conditioning them. Like
Yeah.
you go, you first form, you see, oh, male, female,
You see
non-binary.
gender.
Do you understand?
They will come tell me the child feel am myself.
Yes, now, and now tell the child, oh, you know that you are allowed to be anything you want to be. Hello, Pelenas. I know I can. Stop.
Yes,
Hello,
oh
no, they
my
whining.
God.
Child, 3 years old, 3
No,
years old. They want to just
whining.
make noise in school and just say, I'm a woman. That's the end.
You know?
Me, I know that I wore high heels. when I was
You
younger.
understand?
okay,
And
so
I for not like
straight
how
up.
them put
so
me
this
if I dress.
conversation about this LGBTQ, we're gonna have it another
Yes,
episode.
Yeah.
So let's just.
But anyways, let's go
to
back to the cons, right? So I think the cons about people that jackpot is that a lot of them get depressed, right? And get lonely because it's not like Naija here where you have like neighbors, you have like cousins and all of that you can visit because your brother if he day maybe Canada, you day maybe like New York or something, you know.
But I think a lot of
Even in
people
the same
underestimate.
Canada
I think a lot of people underestimate the value of that.
Yeah.
So I mean, you take it for granted. You've had it all your
Yeah,
life.
so-
You know, so you don't even really think about it till you are gone. Till
Yeah.
you don't have it. I keep telling people that when I lived in Wales for a while and I worked from home, so I was in my house, and guy, you get the way person could call me. Say, why you sound like that? I say, I've not used my voice.
Yes, now. You've not spoken to anybody.
I've not spoken to anybody.
Yes, now.
Like I'm at home all day, every day. Do you get morning to night? My food is delivered. I'm just there. So I could do Thursday or Friday like this. I will invite all the Naija people who I know. When they come, I go do chicken. People know that my chicken. I go do chicken with drinks and then just let people come through. My neighbor upstairs, they had neighbor for 4 years, right? 4 different neighbors will come in. They spent a year each. I didn't know any of them. We shared the same fucking building. Do you get one B1 that usually if there's a problem, if do you have this? Do you have my delivery? Oh, do you have my? That was it. I didn't know what their name was. And see, it's very secular. If you talk too much with person on the train, the way they go look you, motherfucker.
I don't know you.
I think you fuck off.
I want to talk about
And it gets worse because there's social media now, right? So when
cut
they
off,
can
yeah.
see like people in Nigeria and what they're doing and everything, it's called FOMO, that fear of missing out. And all of that. They go through it a lot. And that's why like when it's December, this is like at the house.
People go collect loan.
Because they
Corn
work
blow for
grind
Naija.
January to November. Even though they know that this money that they're spending, they're gonna have to make
Credit
it back
card,
some way.
man.
You understand what I mean? But because they have missed it. Like I remember some of my cousins came back and the first thing that they just wanted to taste amala,
Bro.
eat suya.
The meat, even the
enter
meat,
keke,
the
and I'm
meat
like,
tastes
I don't
different.
understand.
It's different. It's a
different.
It's a town hall.
A town hall.
That's our
It's different.
You know,
I won't say something.
Wait,
Asking what
and
would you do?
everybody has asked questions. I want to ask a question here. So, there's an article I saw here on some website, and it says why you should not jackpot if you are 40 or above. Do you understand? And it goes, because you're of that age, you're going to spend more time. You're going to have to start afresh. Do you understand? Lose more time. You understand? Those guys even still had a discussion around it. You understand? So someone asked a question, said, you can't even get a mortgage. Do you understand? If you're over a certain age. Do you understand? Because obviously it will exceed your retirement
working
age.
time.
Yes, if someone else came back and was like, no, you can't do it. Some people buy houses to rent. Do you understand? But the discussion, we didn't really trash it out because he didn't still say, if you are 40, will you get the mortgage? Do you understand? How do you get it? Are you going to use your child's name? Do you know? So there are a lot of things they brought up here. And I mean, they justified it in some cases, but some other people too are like, man, you're not going to be enemy of my progress. So, do you understand?
Yeah.
So, do you advise? What would you see? I want you
That's
guys
an interesting.
to answer the question basically.
I'll just
Okay.
say something. We have heard about a couple of big names in the industry, like the Operas and what's that guy, the KFC guy, that made something for themselves. Yeah, Colonel Sanders, when they were old, right? Now, for me, if something is not working, then it's not working. If you have an opportunity to go somewhere else, to try, there's hope.
But you know, it's always also darkest before dawn.
Get down.
Yes.
Gang.
Yes. You know, so for me, I believe that there's no age, there's no
Age restriction.
there's no age restriction. I don't think so.
Okay.
I really don't think so.
So, I mean, I get the point that Oji was trying to make. So, especially when it's just like how, you know, when you're a kid, right, and you move abroad, you get to a certain age that your accent can never change because, like, that's you have formed your ideology of life, how to pronounce words and all of that and
My
everything.
accent, if I try
right?
to, my accent will not change.
It will never
Are you-
change.
are you
Baba,
joking?
they
Change.
will change.
Femi, you don't
Call
cast.
it change.
Femi,
You dey whine me.
Call it change.
Me we don't.
make I tell you.
You wear your white hair, get white
Make I
hair.
tell you now about something about Femi we una fit no. Femi na Yoruba boy we grow up for Benin. If you not tell you in name, you will feel saying na Benin.
No,
boy.
but wait,
See,
hold on.
This
But
girl
the truth
say
is-
Eruse.
Let's say. But the truth is, I don't already they practice. If I don't go say, you don't mean I don't go.
Ojo.
See, listen, I dey borrow IELTS. I dey borrow. I dey listen to her speaking, listening.
Speaking.
Yeah, so the point I was trying to make is that, so when you're used to how a system works, so someone who is 40, right, now it's going to take you at least 2 years to
pick up.
adjust to, now training they use for
it's not
I know
easy,
if I know if Shayo drive for this country, then go arrest me.
Not easy,
I can't do this, I can't do that, you know, and because you're used to a certain way, do you get what I mean? You know, if you just see babe, just go, you know, if you dey inside
6
office,
months they did.
you know, if you dey inside office, just tell
actually,
babe,
want to
say,
travel
do
3
you
to
understand?
6 months.
That's
I want to even
okay.
add another thing.
It's
I want to add another
what do
thing.
they call that thing? Sexual harassment. You know, there's something like here we just take for granted.
Brother, my brother, Shino. So let's call it spade a spade.
Oluwaseyi now.
Shino.
You wait on day 6 months.
See, guy, it's not beans. I know one of my egbons, This guy na my egbon. He get money past me. He get na egbon, right? This guy, for a very long time, for like 9 years, this guy didn't come to Naija, right? Bro, that 9 years, and then from that period, he didn't marry, 9 years, he just faced there, he just walk, got a good job, progressed, because he went from uni, progressed, did very well, he's doing very well now. But Baba, all that 9 years, Baba don't do anything, so he
no,
just
then born
come
out,
here,
well.
can't do holiday.
Hey,
Hey!
problem.
So now, when they tell us, he say, I've never done anything with my wife, and we all
problem.
very impressed. And that's nice.
Yeah, good. That's nice.
This guy come Naija like this.
Problem.
Hey God, now we gonna like, Papa, calm down.
Slay mamas.
Papa, they she. You can't look and say so. It's the lack of opportunity.
Yes, now.
That is not. It's not morals.
You don't be lying saying, honey, there's traffic on third mainland.
You can.
Hello there. Your train takes off at 7 and it arrives at 8. It takes you 4 minutes and 27
And they tell
seconds
you.
to walk from the train station to the house.
Even your
yeah.
boss.
Oh,
Even
yeah.
your boss.
Say on
Your boss.
another
You
one.
know your boss.
Yo.
They know your boss. They even tell you, say, which one, boss? 24, 25. Where are you?
That's why they take no. Like guys, we just travel come now. You understand? We know say at least like first 3 to 6 months, nothing for you. You understand? So now, so they know them now. And once you go party, once she does this stroll up, I can say, "Hello, baby." Hello, baby. Hello, baby. Baba. Now you can't tell. You will say you won't die for house. But you don't come outside, you just they see and all those ones they dress
They get dressed anyhow.
Could also they confuse team, but they come on your head. One babe, you not even talking and say, "Hey, I don't like the way you're looking at me, you're sexualizing me. Problem if you don't before you know it's the police if you don't come.
Never do anything.
Baba.
Baba, one of my guys,
Konji.
he say, one of my guys, he tell me, say, waiting you realize for you now. So this guy is one of those manly man, right? Like manly man. Like this guy suffered his present wife while they're still boyfriend and girlfriend. Like we they look and say, guy, calm down now. This guy, there's nothing we no do. One of those people that, you know, if you just carry phone, slam him anyhow, and all those kind of he can't travel good there. Now, first of all, the first reality check. Now say your standard of babes could drop.
Yes, now you demand.
So all
You be
those
top G.
all those hot stuff where they do. Say if you yarn those ones now, say you fit get them. Say a fine boy, they listen. Say, but the problem is this. Say she know say you're married or you're something. Say the day where you just want to talk one nonsense or you do one nonsense. You know what? I'm just going to tell your wife. I think.
She knows where she works.
She exactly. So you self go just respect yourself. You go leave those ones. So you go just go find another lonely, maybe divorcee. We don't born like 3 women, big 3 picking. You know, we
Let's
just
see where country they catch.
so we go respect herself. You understand? She fits get a little, cushion for the pushing, but
You go
but you
manage.
go manage her like that.
Yo.
Some boys they spread
Now
old
wait.
woman. They dey tell me serious. Old woman.
See, the problem of jackpot,
No,
he plenty. The problem of jackpot, he plenty. If we begin to dey talk about, we go dey here. We no come up because each and every one of us, we get stories.
25-year-olds boy, they
the
blow
culture shock
80-year-old woman. Forget. You give me babe.
Because they crazy.
You go come out.
You give me babe. You know say when the Bolaji go
let me wear my
sweet. By the time you
teeth.
come out the teeth.
Let me wear my
No
teeth.
teeth.
I swear.
forget.
Did you hear what he just said? Did you hear what he just said? He
Let's
said
not
the
do-
blowjob goes sweet.
Ah, this is
When
no
they-
job.
Okay, he call her Bolaji.
No.
He said that Bolaji
I
goes
didn't say
sweet
blowjob.
when she removed the
No,
teeth.
No teeth. No teeth.
You have a full suction.
I mean, so guys,
So wrong.
guys, we need to round up this episode.
Give you need
so-
Jesus.
We need to round up this episode. So I'm just going to sign out by saying that whatever you do, weigh your options, right, and what works for you. If you are someone who is very calculated, you feel like, oh, okay, if I work for an entire month, I can make $3,000 and I can live comfortably with that $3,000. I can pay my rent, pay for my food, send my kids to school, save money, and you want a structured life. You understand? You're a mechanic, you're a carpenter, you're a barber, you want to work in a bank, you want to work as a prison guard, whatever.
Babas, they make money.
You know?
Damn it.
By all means, do you, right? But just know that at the back of your mind, you're going to have a lot of culture shock and you are going to miss home, right? But if you are somebody who is
Like OG.
on the streets,
OG.
if I go club this night now, I think meet one person, or if I go one I think meet one person, strike one deal, and all of that, you are a bona fide hustler, and you just feel like, any day will be my day. You understand? I will not advise you to jackpot. That's all I have to say.
Yes, so makes sense.
Yeah.
If you're like OG, you know, I know
Throw
I'll call
the
some
OG
other people
inside
name,
again now.
right? No, if you're an OG,
An OG.
you're an OG like OG, or you know, just like I know saying that you,
This guy.
but like you know,
This guy.
that she know is important in life.
Hey.
You know, you just have to think about it.
The OG wins.
So
you know.
my own take is pretty simple. So if you want to jackpot, make sure you do it for the right reasons.
Plan.
Like make sure you do it for the right reasons. That's planning is under for the right reasons. So if you are a family man and you want your kids to have a better education and you have an opportunity to leave this country, there's a right reason right there. Right? You can do that. Do not be selfish, be selfless. Do it out of love for the children, not
This
out
guy
of
be like saying they
love
talk to person.
for
I don't
not out of
understand.
love for
like-
somebody else, but for the love of your
If they
children.
talk about something.
And I always say this, that if you're going to make a mistake, make sure it is your mistake. It is your decision and it's your mistake, and you're going to deal with it and going to live in it.
But I've never heard you say that one before. You say
the
you
guy don't
always
get
say-
small sense now. You know,
I always say,
FD.
I always say,
Mine, I'll just say, you know, like everyone, check it out, yeah. You feeling it, bro?
Check you out, cuz.
Okay, man, yeah. All day, blood. All day, yeah.
Hey, bro.
Yeah, it's cool, isn't it? You get me, yeah. And you take, yeah. All day, innit? You don't do make I no go. You don't do lens small. So, you no go collect pass waiting in the post.
I just get emergency for
You
them.
go pay. You know. So for me, like, hey, stop that, yeah. Anyway, like everyone has said, always plan, right? Always plan. Make sure you know everything is structured before you go there. Then another thing that I learned firsthand is you need to make sure that whoever you're going to be dependent with, if that's the case when you get there, or has your back, or your guide or whatever it is, whoever, make sure you have somebody that has the best interest,
Not true.
True.
of you at heart,
True.
or else you're just going to, your life
So far.
can literally just be gone.
So
You
far.
understand? Yeah,
will
people
see-
that let you know,
you will
okay,
see
guys, it's time to go and do this
premium
thing. This is where you get a job. You need to go and do this thing. Get a bank account.
swear to
All
God.
those things. They
Yeah,
are very key. So
very
there's some
important.
people here. You just need to make sure whoever you're going to, you're going to be handed over to
Yeah.
in some way. Yeah, has you, at heart.
Like a school father,
In
yeah.
other words, follow no road. Oh.
Yeah.
Speaking about following, make sure you guys follow us on all social media platforms at NoWrongConvos on Facebook, Twitter, TikTok,
Yeah.
YouTube, and Instagram. All right.
All right.
Thank you for watching.
Yes, Daddy. Yes,
Alright,
Daddy.
man.
Yes.
So-
Oh,
new
next
name
time,
na Bola
I feel on
Junior.
jackpot.
Your new name na Bola Junior.
Jackpot,
You know.
Jackpot, Lolo, eh.
Why is that?